Yo digo el good morning y esas cosas.
Pues ya empezó.
Ok. ¿En serio? No vamos a salir bien, en mi casa es la misma. Ok, ¿lista? ¿Termina? ¿Ya? 1, 2, 3. Good morning, miss, or good afternoon, whichever you're seeing it. My name is Isabel Ramos, and this is Fernanda Vidal from 1C. And I'm guessing, well, you know, this is our project for the second partial. We're going to be talking about the mermaid for 8 to 6 minutes. And then first off, everyone has seen The Little Mermaid, so we chose the topic because it's a very, well, kind of universal topic. Everyone has seen it. Most of the persons have seen it. And then Little Mermaid, my friend Fernanda is going to tell you what's it about. The Disney version.
The Disney, not
The
German.
one.
Because the real is from German.
Yes.
So you know what's this. Yeah, but The Little Mermaid, the Disney version, it's from 1989, and it's from Walt Disney. The Little Mermaid tells us a story about a mermaid that her dream is about becoming a human, but becoming a human for one reason: going to land with her lovely boyfriend. That I don't know what's his name, but anyways, she wants to get legs instead of a tail.
So she could go to the surface and meet this young prince.
But before, she wants to get legs with the, what do you say?
Chicken.
Chicken.
¿Qué quieres decir? Apoyo. Apoyo. Chicken. Help.
She goes for help with the
Chicken. Yeah.
she go-
She go with chicken.
she goes for help with Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
This girl.
Witch.
This girl. Well,
Witch.
it's a witch.
It's a witch.
And this witch, it's a octopus with 8 legs.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of obvious, but if you didn't know, an octopus, octo, has 8 legs. Tentacles.
But anyways, we all know that octopuses have
Yes,
8 tentacles. Well, the Little Mermaid, when she goes with Ursula to get the legs,
¿Qué te apures? Intento ser discreta y tú. ¿Qué te apures?
es que no encuentro.
No, tú lo tienes que decir tú misma. Yo por eso leí la historia antes para no leerla.
And then she goes with Ursula, and Ursula tells her that no, you have to sing to me, give me your voice in this shell, and gives her a shell, like a gold shell. And in this shell, it's her voice, so she can't talk.
Cannot.
No, cannot talk. And when she cannot talk, well, she goes to the surface, but her dad doesn't know. And when she goes and sleeps in the castle of the prince. And then she tries to kiss him so she can stay with the legs and get her voice back.
Wait, pause. Acuérdate que eres el de Disney, o sea, ser feliz de que terminación feliz.
Por eso.
Ah, ok, lo vas a editar todo esto, ahora vamos a ir hablando.
Tal vez. So, so then she wants to get a kiss from the prince and then get her voice back and stay with legs, But Ursula noticed her plans and sends two fish for her to not get her boys back and not kiss the prince. So Ursula gets a figure of a woman that is prettier than Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
So Ursula wants to get married with the prince and make Ariel not get her boys back and stay and then die. But Ariel gets the help of all her friends in the water and the seagulls and everything. So when she gets the help, they go after the prince and Ursula. So after that, the prince noticed that Ursula, the octopus, it's that human, the pretty human. So he doesn't want to get married with Ursula, and he wants to go with Ariel back. But Ursula becomes an octopus, a big octopus. So they start fighting and that. And after that, her father noticed that she's in trouble, Ariel. So he goes in help with Ariel and that. So and the prince fell in love with Ariel again.
Yes. And they live happily ever after. They become married. She stays with the legs, and her father lives in the sea forever and ever.
Yes. They have a baby.
Well, not in the true story, but that's what we like. Okay, and then there's an earlier version that's the more original one from the Disney adaptation that they did. And this one, the original one, the author is called Hans Christian, and the real title is not called The Little Mermaid. It's called Der Little Half-View, okay? Because it's German, and the country is Denmark, language Danish. Sorry, pardon me. The journey is fairy tale, and then it was published in April 7th of the 1837. So it was long ago since we've ever known it. The only weird twist they have, or the difference that it has with the original version, is that everything happens the same, well, sort of. There's this little girl that's named Ariel with another 5 sisters. They're also mermaids from a father that was the king merman, pardon. And then by the time they were 15, all the sisters could go up on the surface and see what the world is all about. And then they went down and then they spoke what they've seen. When Ariel turned 15, she went up and saw the prince. And then while her observation and her falling in love by sight happened, there came like a tsunami or something like that made the prince drop off. Ariel saved the prince, blah, blah, blah. They fell in love. The prince was like, oh my God, I had to meet this woman. She's so gorgeous. Wow. And then yeah. And then that happened, and then Ariel fell in love, and she wanted to meet again the prince. She wanted to fall in love. She wanted to get married. She wanted everything, all her future with that prince. One problem, she's a mermaid, and he's a prince, a human being, okay? The lifespan of the merfolks or mermaids are 300 years, while the humans ones are 80. And then here's an interesting fact. When a merfolk or mermaid dies, she becomes the sea again. She turns into, ¿cómo se dice espuma? She turns into, she goes and becomes part of the sea and then regenerates and goes back again. While a human doesn't, dies and goes to heaven. So they had that belief. So Mermaid said, okay, I cannot waste time. She went with the sea witch that was this octopus in the Disney version. They gave her legs in change of her voice. Same thing. But the thing is, the twist in here is that by the time she had legs, when she felt every time she walked, is that she was crossing knives that were being blade inside her. And she always felt this constant bleed, although outside, by looking her, they were perfectly fine. So she went to the surface, got the princess, and fell in love with her, sorry. And then when that happened, Mermaid danced to him. Everything, all of her feet were hurt, and she didn't care, though it was love. The prince at the end didn't fall in love with Mermaid and fell in love with another princess, leaving Ariel suffering with her feet that are feeling like hell because of the knives, with the heart broken and with the inability to go back to the sea, back to her family, back to where she belongs. She's left there and she dies. That's the sad one, but the truest one. So
that's it.
Yes, that is all for
Today.
me and Fernanda's work, and then I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a little bit more
About the Little Mermaid.
that it's not a fairy tale as they tell you. There's
Just
always
what
a
I
darker
said.
version. Always a darker version.
About everything.
So bye, niece. I hope you have a lovely day, or afternoon, or night.
Bye.
Yeah.
¿Qué pedo?